right, guys, third bombshell for the day. Guess who's got their hands on a Dominion machine? Oh yeah, you knew this was coming, didn't you? I really do think the reason why the mainstream media was pushing so hard for Trump to concede is because they knew this would all come out sooner or later. If he had conceded, I presume it would have been harder for him to go through and to take back that concession. But at the end of the day, they got their hands on a Dominion machine now. And apparently it shows votes being flipped from Trump to Biden. From Georgia. Georgia! Oh, Georgie boy! Oh, Georgie, you're so popular today, aren't you, Georgia? Hey? Yeah, this is probably not what you want to be known for, but you're going to fast go down as possibly the most fraudulent election in history. But let's break it down. So the Trump team has obtained a Dominion voting machine in Georgia. The machine shows votes were moved from President Trump to Joe Biden. Boom! Drop the mic right now. Yesterday, the War Room, it was reported that the Trump team has obtained a Dominion voting machine in Georgia. So, breaking Trump team now has a Dominion machine from Ware County in Georgia with evidence of Trump votes being switched to Biden. Sources is John Fezowicz on Stephen Bannon, War Room. So, at the 52-minute 30 mark in the video below, John Friswick shares the news on the War Room with Stephen Bannon. So according to Frederick, there were 37 votes that were flipped in this small Georgia county on the machine. However, this represents only 2.6 of the Georgia ballots. So while there was only a small number, right, people are going to sit there and go, it's only 37 votes. Yes, but that county is only a small portion of Georgia. Now, the question is, did the rest of the Georgia voting machines also have the same things? What about in counties where there were much bigger amounts? And keep in mind, too, that 0.5 is all that he was lost in by in this election. You start going through and you start talking about flicking votes, and you go through and start talking about, you know, people passing USB sticks off and suitcases of ballots and stuff like that. It looks like Trump has won Georgia in a landslide. And by the way, the 0.3% is roughly what we were told. We were told it was 0.3 that they switched the votes for in Dominion. That was the number that was going around. Remember when everybody was called a conspiracy theorist for it? They said it was 0.3%. Well, it works out here it was 0.26, which is pretty close to 0.3. Now, obviously, guys, take this all with a grain of salt. Let's not pop the champagne just yet. Let's not, take our foot off the gas. There is still a lot that has to be uncovered. There's still a lot of election fraud that has to be shown, right? We have to prove the election fraud. And at the end of the day, let's not just win the case and then take our foot off the gas. Let's hit them with so much evidence of election fraud that at the end of the day, they have to agree. They have to say, yes, this election was... Hit them with so much facts, so much proof that there is no way anybody who is not a hyper-partisan can sit there and claim that this election was not rigged. So let's not take our foot off the brake. I know the Conservatives love to do it. Let's keep going. Let's keep pumping out all this information. Let's keep pumping out all these facts when it comes to this election and the possible fraudulent. Let's present it all to the courts. Let's get this election overturned. Let's get Trump back in the office for another 4 years. And then I want Trump to go nuclear on the deep state. I want you to bring all the troops home. I want you to pardon Julian Assange, pardon Edward Snowden, pardon Chelsea Manning. Go through and fire all these deep state actors. Get rid of them all. Just go nuclear on this establishment. Let's leave the establishment in such a railing mess that after the 4 more years of Trump, they're literally curled up in a fetal position in the corner of a room screaming about Trump and going on about how they got Trump derangements. And I want them to be that psychologically damaged, Endgame, psychologically damaged from Trump railing them so hard they're in a fetal position. Let's burn this establishment to the frigging ground. Because I tell you what's going on with this election right now, I was annoyed before we started. After seeing all this evidence, seeing all these affidavits that have come out, I've gone from being annoyed to fucking pissed. And I think everybody should be fucking pissed right now. And if you're not pissed off, I want to know why. Just watch all these court hearings that have been happening over the past few days, the past week. They're stealing the ballots, they're passing the USB sticks, the suitcases of ballots that have been wielded out after Republicans observers have been sent home. All this shit needs to be exposed. And Trump, I want you to go through and I want you to pass in some friggin' reforms when it comes to elections. Mandatory ID for everybody. I don't care if they sit there and call you a racist for it. Fucking pass ID for every single person. You don't have your ID, you don't fucking vote. And Australia, we need to follow this example ourselves. Dead people voting is not right. It's not the fucking Walking Dead. Sorry, went on a bit of a rant there, but anyway. When expedited to the entire state, this equals to more than 14,000 votes in Georgia was stolen, but only 10,000 votes by Biden. Huh? I don't get that. When expediting to the entire state, this equals more than 14,000 votes, and Georgia was stolen by only... 10,000 votes by Biden. Okay, yeah. So Trump was plus 4,000 votes in front. And like I say, this is not including suitcases of ballots or anything else. It also shows that we now know conclusively in Georgia the Dominion voting machines need to be thrown off a fucking cliff. Sorry, still angry. We're flipping votes. It supports our report that votes were switched across the county. We were first reported a month ago that millions of votes were being removed from the Trump column or moved to the Biden column based on analysis of data from the results. This news is huge because we now conclusively know the Dominion voting machines were flipping data. This supports our reporting on November 10th when we shared that millions of votes were flipped in the election from Trump to Biden. Throw the voting machines, the Dominion voting machines, off into a fucking cliff. Throw them into a lava pit. Throw them into an active volcano. Go back to paper ballots. Is it going to take you extra time? Sure. But at the end of the day, at least it's going to be more fucking accurate. I am so annoyed about this election over in the US. Mainly because, and you're probably sitting there saying, why are you so non-partisan? You're Australian. Why are you annoyed? Because you're my plan C for when my own country goes to shit. And by the way, I have a lot vested in your country, right? I'm kind of hoping I can run and flee there when we become the next state for the Communism Party. All right? But the thing is that if your election's rigged, you won't have that. You guys are going to be coming here instead, which is fine, you know. You can come and crash at my place. But at the end of the day, depending on how many there are, next all of a sudden there's 10,000 people rocking up my door. But at the end of the day, you're my plan C. A is save my country. B, save my country. C, flee to the US. Or plan I is buy an island. They're the 4 plans I have right now. If your country's not around and my country's not around, I'm back to buying an island, people. But guys, obviously, yeah, look, at the end of the day, take this with a grain of salt. Flipping votes, great. This is Steve Bannon claiming this. Great, terrific. Now, let's get it in front of a judge. Let's get him to prove it beyond the reasonable doubt. And let's just, can we just give Georgia to Trump right now? Because this is just absolutely ridiculous. But these people, Dominion, flipping votes, need to go to jail. The girls that are passing USB sticks, if they did anything wrong, need to go to jail. Anybody pulling out suitcases, everybody that was involved in those suitcases, if it is what we suspect, need to go to fucking jail. Start arresting these people, throwing them in jail, federal crimes, 15 to 20 years. We'll see how many people want to speak up then. I imagine Rudy Giuliani will have a lot more witnesses coming forward when you start arresting all these people that are involved. And I imagine some of these people involved will be more than happy to make a deal in the order to skip on the 15 years jail. They'll start rolling on their bosses more than a cement truck. So, start doing it, Rudy. What are you doing? Get them arrested. Get them locked up. Get them charged. Start making deals. Start arrest and just go up the chain. The whole fucking lot of them. If you need to build another level on the prison, build it. Start building it now. Looks like you're going to fucking need it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, obviously share this video. This one's not going to be monetized. Although most of my videos aren't anyway. But guys, apart from that, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. This is me. I'm out for the night. I'm too angry. I'm going to go watch TV, have something to eat, and probably go for a run because I want to punch something right now. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy.